If I go to Chincozy Park, that's on me. I'm not going to go force people around there to, have something sit in front of their houses and whatnot. I go there, comply with whatever the rules are, bylaws, you name it.
It's not just 2 councillors, it's all councillors and the mayor have decided that providing porta potties has been the solution.
Brampton 'ਚ ਇੱਕ ਲਾ ਹੋਣਾ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ ਜੇ ਹੋਰਾਂ ਪਾਰਕਾਂ 'ਚ ਵਾਸ਼ਰੂਮ ਨੇ ਤਾਂ ਸਾਡੇ ਵੀ ਇੱਥੇ ਹੋਣੇ ਚਾਹੀਦੇ ਨੇ.
I am not in favor. No, I'm not.
They automatically all grabbed those backpacks and threw them on the floor and told me that was their park table and bench.
ਜਦੋਂ ਕਿ ਸਿਟੀ ਵਾਲਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਇੱਥੇ ਇਹੋ ਜਿਹਾ ਮਾਹੌਲ ਨਾ ਬਣੇ.
ਅਸੀਂ ਰਿਸਪੈਕਟ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਕਿ ਇਹ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਆ ਕਿ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਆਪਣੇ ਘਰ ਹੀ ਪਿਸ਼ਾਬ ਕਰਕੇ ਆਓ ਤੇ ਘਰੇ ਹੀ ਰਹੋ ਤੇ ਫਿਰ ਅਸੀਂ ਘਰੇ ਹੀ ਰਹਿੰਦੇ ਹਾਂ.
As citizens of this community here, to think about our decisions and not to put ourselves in a situation and then say that we're vulnerable, not to put ourselves in a situation that where such an event could take place.
ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਆ ਕੇ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਲਿਟਰਲੀ ਪੁਸ਼ ਕਰਕੇ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਪ੍ਰਾਪਰਟੀ ਨੂੰ ਡੈਮੇਜ ਕੀਤਾ, ਉਹਨੂੰ ਸੁੱਟਿਆ.
You do not, the seniors can't say they own the park, but you can't say they own the park. And it's really unfair to point out to other people and put them in a position to have to show their ID to prove whether or not they live in the area.
Please note kar lena.
And safety issue also. You see, there's so much crime now in the neighborhood.
Poor guy just bought this house for $1.2 million. 3 months later, they put a toilet in front of his house. Come on, wait, hold on.
You have to reach out to them why they have charged you for the park. Because park belong to city and park belong to us.
और शेड नहीं बनाई है उदा दी एक होर चाहिदी.
Oh, you gonna walk far? You know what? You can stop there. There's so many parks. So let's not use that as an.
ਆਖਰ ਤੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਕਿਸੇ ਨਾ ਕਿਸੇ ਨਾਲ ਗੱਲਾਂ ਬਾਤਾਂ ਮਾਰਨੀਆਂ. ਜਿਹੜੇ ਦੂਜੇ ਫ੍ਰੀ ਹੈਗੇ ਉਹ ਵੀ ਇੱਥੇ ਆਉਣਗੇ. ਇੱਕ ਦੂਜੇ ਦੇ ਘਰਾਂ 'ਚ ਕਿੰਨੀ ਵਾਰੀ ਜਾਣਗੇ ਰੋਜ਼.
There will be no portalet in the park for this.
I don't want the party because it is very inconvenient to my house. When I open the door, I see the party. I don't want to see that.
But it's been 10 years. And I've been here since day one, right? You guys tried twice, and it was denied. I mean, like, usually if you do it 3rd time,
I just reminded you your responsibility. That's it, okay?
ਅਸੀਂ ਇਹ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਵੀ ਸਾਰੇ ਬਰੈਂਪਟਨ 'ਚ ਸਾਰੇ ਪਾਰਕਾਂ 'ਚ ਰੱਖੇ ਆ, ਬਜ਼ੁਰਗਾਂ ਲਈ ਇੱਥੇ ਵੀ ਰੱਖੋ.
ਮੈਂ ਸਾਰੇ ਵੀਰਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਬੇਨਤੀ ਕਰਨਾ, ਪ੍ਰੇਮ ਪਿਆਰ ਨਾਲ ਇਹ ਮਸਲਾ ਹੱਲ ਹੋ ਜਾਵੇ ਤਾਂ ਵਧੀਆ ਗੱਲ ਹੈ.
ਬ੍ਰੈਂਪਟਨ ਦਾ ਇਸ਼ੂ ਅਸੀਂ ਪਹੁੰਚੇ ਹਾਂ ਲੌਰਨਵਿਲ ਪਾਰਕ, ਜਿਹੜਾ ਕਿ ਵਿਲੀਅਮਸ ਪਾਰਕਵੇ ਔਰ ਮਿਸਿਸਾਗਾ ਰੋਡ ਦੇ ਕੋਲ ਪੈਂਦਾ ਹੈ. ਇੱਥੇ ਅੱਜ ਇਸ਼ੂ ਇੱਕ ਚੱਲ ਰਿਹਾ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਕਿ ਕਾਉਂਸਲਰ ਰੋਵੀਨਾ ਸੈਂਟੋਸ ਔਰ ਪੌਲ ਵਿਸੈਂਟੇ ਨੂੰ ਵੀ ਬੁਲਾਇਆ ਗਿਆ ਹੈ. ਰੈਜ਼ੀਡੈਂਟਸ ਵੀ ਇਸ ਏਰੀਆ ਦੇ ਕਾਫੀ ਇਕੱਠੇ ਹੋਏ ਹੈ. ਇਸ਼ੂ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਪੋਰਟੇਬਲ ਟਾਇਲਟਸ ਪਾਰਕ ਦੇ ਅੰਦਰ ਸਿਟੀ ਆਫ ਬ੍ਰੈਂਪਟਨ ਕਹਿੰਦੀ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਅਸੀਂ ਪਾਇਲਟ ਪ੍ਰੋਜੈਕਟ ਚਲਾਇਆ ਜਿਹਦੇ ਅੰਦਰ ਅਸੀਂ ਵੱਖ-ਵੱਖ ਪਾਰਕਾਂ 'ਚ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਪੋਰਟੇਬਲ ਟਾਇਲਟਸ ਰੱਖੇ ਹੈ. ਹੁਣ ਇੱਥੇ ਦੇ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਏਰੀਆ ਦੇ ਰੈਜ਼ੀਡੈਂਟਸ ਹੈ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ 2 ਵਿਊਜ਼ ਹੈ. ਇੱਕ ਵਿਊ ਦਾ ਕਹਿਣਾ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਬਜ਼ੁਰਗ ਇੱਥੇ ਬੈਠਦੇ ਹੈ, ਬਜ਼ੁਰਗ ਡਾਇਬਟਿਕ ਹੈ, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਵਾਸ਼ਰੂਮ ਯੂਜ਼ ਕਰਨ ਲਈ ਪਾਰਕ 'ਚ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ, ਉਹ ਜਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਸਕਦੇ, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਵਾਸ਼ਰੂਮ ਦੇ ਜਦ ਐਮਰਜੈਂਸੀ ਪੈਂਦੀ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਯੂਜ਼ ਕਰਨਾ ਪੈਂਦਾ. ਦੂਜੇ ਸਾਈਡ ਦਾ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਵਿਊ ਹੈ ਉਹ ਹੈਗਾ ਕਿ ਅਸੀਂ ਸਾਡੇ ਘਰ ਅਰਾਊਂਡ ਹੈ, ਸਾਨੂੰ ਸਮੈਲ ਆਉਂਦੀ ਹੈ ਅਤੇ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਇੱਥੇ ਕ੍ਰਾਈਮ ਦਾ ਖਤਰਾ ਹੈ, ਇੱਥੇ ਕ੍ਰਾਈਮ ਵੱਧ ਜਾਊਗਾ. ਸੋ ਇੱਦਾਂ ਦੇ ਵਿਊ ਦੋਨੋਂ ਤਰਫ ਦੇ ਆ. ਲੇਕਿਨ ਇਹਦੇ 'ਤੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਵੀ ਆਪਣਾ ਕਮੈਂਟ ਦਿਓ, ਇਹਦੇ 'ਤੇ ਮੇਅਰ ਬਰਾਊਨ ਵੀ ਦੱਸਣ, ਇਹਦੇ 'ਤੇ ਕਾਉਂਸਲਰ ਵੀ ਦੱਸਣ ਕਿ ਦੋਨੋਂ ਪੱਖਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਐਮੀਕੇਬਲੀ ਐਗਰੀ ਕਰਕੇ ਕੀ ਡਿਸੀਜ਼ਨ ਹੋਣਾ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ ਹੈ. ਸੋ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਡਿਸੀਜ਼ਨ ਅੱਜ ਲਿੱਤਾ ਗਿਆ ਸਾਰੀ ਡਿਸਕਸ਼ਨ ਦੇ ਬਾਅਦ, ਉਹ ਲਿੱਤਾ ਗਿਆ ਕਿ ਹਲੇ ਸਮਰ ਸੀਜ਼ਨ ਖਤਮ ਹੋਣ ਲੱਗਿਆ ਅਤੇ 4 ਮਹੀਨੇ ਰਹਿ ਗਏ. ਇਸ ਸਾਲ ਕੋਈ ਪੋਰਟੇਬਲ ਟਾਇਲਟ ਨਹੀਂ ਰੱਖਿਆ ਜਾਊਗਾ. ਪਹਿਲੇ ਰੱਖਿਆ ਸੀ ਆਸ ਪਾਰ 'ਚ, ਲੇਕਿਨ ਉਹ ਚੱਕ ਲਿਆ ਗਿਆ. ਸੋ ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਰੈਜ਼ੀਡੈਂਟਸ ਨੇ ਉਹਦੇ 'ਤੇ ਆਬਜੈਕਸ਼ਨਸ ਲਾਈਆਂ ਸੀ. ਪਹਿਲੇ 2 ਸਾਲ ਪਹਿਲੇ ਸਿਟੀ ਨੇ ਸਰਵੇ ਕੀਤਾ ਸੀ ਜਦ ਰੈਜ਼ੀਡੈਂਟਸ ਨੇ ਮਨਾ ਕਰਤਾ ਸੀ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਨਹੀਂ ਚਾਹੀਦੇ. ਲੇਕਿਨ ਬਜ਼ੁਰਗਾਂ ਦਾ ਆਪਣਾ ਇੱਕ ਪੱਖ ਹੈ, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਕਹਿਣਾ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਵਾਸ਼ਰੂਮ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ, ਸਾਨੂੰ ਐਮਰਜੈਂਸੀ ਲਈ ਯੂਜ਼ ਕਰਨ ਲਈ, ਪੀ ਕਰਨ ਲਈ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਵਾਸ਼ਰੂਮ ਦੀ ਲੋੜ ਹੈ, ਚਾਹੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਇਸ ਏਰੀਆ 'ਚ ਰਹਿੰਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਲੇਕਿਨ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਵਾਸ਼ਰੂਮ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ. ਹੁਣ ਆਹ ਦੋਨੋਂ ਪੱਖ ਹੈ, ਅਸੀਂ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਦੋਨੋਂ ਦਿਖਾਵਾਂਗੇ. ਸੋ ਕਾਉਂਸਲਰ ਨੇ ਕਿਹਾ ਕਿ ਇਸ ਸਾਲ ਅਸੀਂ ਇੱਥੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਰੱਖਦੇ, ਅਗਲੇ ਸਾਲ ਸਮਰ 'ਚ ਅਸੀਂ ਦੁਬਾਰਾ ਇੱਥੇ ਰਿਵਿਊ ਕਰਾਂਗੇ ਕੀ ਸਿਟੀ ਇੱਥੇ ਫੈਸਲਾ ਲੈਂਦੀ ਹੈ. ਕੁਛ ਇਹਦੇ 'ਤੇ ਸੁਜੈਸ਼ਨਸ ਆਏ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਪਾਰਕ ਦੇ ਬਾਹਰ ਰੱਖਤਾ ਜਾਏ, ਲੇਕਿਨ ਉਹਦੇ 'ਤੇ ਵੀ ਬਜ਼ੁਰਗਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਨਹੀਂ ਅਲਾਓ. ਸੋ ਦੂਜਾ ਗਰੁੱਪ ਕਹਿੰਦਾ ਕਿ ਪਾਰਕ ਦੇ ਬਾਹਰ ਰੱਖ ਲੈਣ, ਲੇਕਿਨ ਫੈਸਲਾ ਕਰਨਾ ਸਿਟੀ ਨੇ. ਔਰ ਆ ਪਾਇਲਟ ਪ੍ਰੋਜੈਕਟ ਦੇ ਤਹਿਤ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਰੱਖੇ ਗਏ ਹੈ ਇਹਦੇ 'ਚ ਦੇਖਣਾ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਸਿਟੀ ਕੀ ਇਹਦੇ 'ਤੇ ਫੈਸਲਾ ਰੱਖਦੀ ਹੈ. ਸੋ ਪੋਰਟੇਬਲ ਵਾਸ਼ਰੂਮ ਦਾ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਇਸ਼ੂ ਹੈ, ਮਸਲਾ ਹੈ, ਅਸੀਂ ਦੇਖਿਆ ਕਿ ਕਾਫੀ ਹੀਟਡ ਵੀ ਹੋ ਗਈ ਸੀ ਵਿੱਚ ਡਿਸਕਸ਼ਨ, ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਇਹਦੇ ਅੰਦਰ ਕੀ ਫੈਸਲਾ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਹੈ, ਲੋੜ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੈ. ਸੋ ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਲੋੜ ਹੈ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ, ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੈ ਉਹ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ. ਸੋ ਦੋਨੋਂ ਪੱਖ ਅਸੀਂ ਦਿਖਾਉਂਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਇਸ ਰਿਪੋਰਟ ਦੇ ਅੰਦਰ.
ਅਸੀਂ ਸਾਰੇ ਸਿਆਣੇ ਬੰਦੇ, ਬਜ਼ੁਰਗ ਆਦਮੀ ਇੱਥੇ ਪਾਰਕ 'ਚ ਆਉਂਦੇ ਹਾਂ, ਇੰਜੋਏ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਾਂ. ਸਾਨੂੰ ਵਾਸ਼ਰੂਮ ਦੀ ਬਹੁਤ ਪ੍ਰੋਬਲਮ ਆਉਂਦੀ ਹੈ। ਡਾਇਬਟੀਜ਼ ਦੇ ਲਗਭਗ 80% ਪੇਸ਼ੈਂਟ ਨੇ, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਬਾਰ-ਬਾਰ ਵਾਸ਼ਰੂਮ ਆਉਂਦਾ ਹੈ। ਇਹ ਫੈਸਿਲਿਟੀ ਅਸੀਂ ਕਹਿ ਕੇ ਰਖਵਾਈ ਸੀ, ਲੇਕਿਨ ਇੱਥੇ ਆਲੇ-ਦਾਲੇ ਇੱਕ ਦੋ ਘਰਾਂ ਵਾਲੇ ਪ੍ਰੋਬਲਮ ਕ੍ਰੀਏਟ ਕਰਦੇ ਨੇ, ਜਦੋਂ ਕਿ ਕੋਈ ਇਦਾਂ ਦੀ ਸਮੈਲ ਨਹੀਂ ਆਉਂਦੀ। ਸਾਰੇ ਬਰੈਂਪਟਨ 'ਚ ਵਾਸ਼ਰੂਮ ਰੱਖੇ ਹੋਏ ਨੇ, ਸਾਰੇ ਪਾਰਕਾਂ 'ਚ, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਤਾਂ ਕਿਸੇ ਨੂੰ ਸ਼ਿਕਾਇਤ ਨਹੀਂ। ਇਸ ਇਕੱਲੇ ਪਾਰਕ 'ਚ ਕਿਉਂ ਇਕੱਲਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਪ੍ਰੋਬਲਮ ਆਉਂਦੀ ਹੈ? ਅਸੀਂ ਇਹ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਆ ਸਾਰੇ ਬਰੈਂਪਟਨ 'ਚ ਇੱਕ ਲਾ ਹੋਣਾ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ। ਜੇ ਹੋਰਾਂ ਪਾਰਕਾਂ 'ਚ ਵਾਸ਼ਰੂਮ ਨੇ ਤਾਂ ਸਾਡੇ ਵੀ ਇੱਥੇ ਹੋਣੇ ਚਾਹੀਦੇ ਨੇ।
ਇਸ ਪਾਰਕ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਪੋਰਟੇਬਲ ਲਾਇਆ ਗਿਆ ਸੀਗਾ। ਕੀ ਹੋਇਆ ਕਿ ਕੁਝ ਸ਼ਰਾਰਤੀ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਕਿ ਇਸ ਵੇਲੇ ਰੌਲਾ ਫਿਰ ਪਾ ਰਹੇ ਆ, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਆ ਕੇ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਲਿਟਰਲੀ ਪੁਸ਼ ਕਰਕੇ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਪ੍ਰਾਪਰਟੀ ਨੂੰ ਡੈਮੇਜ ਕੀਤਾ, ਉਹਨੂੰ ਸੁੱਟਿਆ।
So yeah, we've just had a meeting. I guess you can call it productive/unproductive, but quite frankly, if you look at the area and the way the park is built and the community, it doesn't belong here. So I've asked the city councilors to come and take a look, and tell me where they would put it. We can't find a location for it. No one wants it here. People who live here, as you can hear, you see somebody speeding. Those are things that we want them addressed, not putting a toilet in here. If you look around, you can see there's no grass. It's all weeds all over. We have concerns. We have problems that we need to solve. If we have too much money in our city, you know what? Reduce our taxes. And so therefore, people who don't live here shouldn't be coming here and dictating to us what needs to happen. There are so many parks. The way this pocket is built, there are parks at each corner. There's so many parks around here. So you can stop anywhere you want, do your thing, and go home. With all due respect, we are not saying don't come here, but we're saying don't come tell us how to live. This is for kids. It's for families. It's just a community park. You can go to a city park. You can go to Chinguzi Park. You can go to El Dorado. You name it, and have your meetings, parties, and whatnot there. As long as we're here, we're going to fight for this. If the city councilors are not firm enough, or I don't know who's cornering them or whatever, but we're going to stand firm and make sure the right thing is done.
ਇਹ ਚੀਜ਼ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਹੈਗੀ ਹੈ ਸ਼ੋਭਦੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੈ। ਪਹਿਲੀ ਗੱਲ ਤੇ ਆ, ਇੱਕ ਪਾਸੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਮਤਲਬ ਡੈਮੋਕ੍ਰੈਟਿਕ ਸੈਟਅਪ ਦੀਆਂ ਗੱਲਾਂ ਕਰਦੇ ਹੋ, ਦੂਜੇ ਪਾਸੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਇਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਦੀਆਂ ਹਰਕਤਾਂ ਕਰਦੇ ਹੋ, ਤੀਜੇ ਪਾਸੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਇਹ ਮੁਫਤ ਦਾ ਹੀ ਰੌਲਾ ਪਾ ਰਹੇ ਹੋ। ਸੇਫਟੀ ਕੰਸਰਨ ਆ, ਇੱਥੇ ਡਰੱਗ ਐਡਿਕਟ ਆ। ਇੱਥੇ ਤਾਂ ਕੋਈ ਡਰੱਗ ਐਡਿਕਟ ਆਉਂਦਾ ਨਹੀਂ, ਸਾਰੇ ਬਜ਼ੁਰਗ ਬੈਠੇ ਨੇ, ਕੋਈ 70 ਦਾ ਕੋਈ 80 ਦਾ। ਹਾਂਜੀ, ਆ ਸਾਹਮਣੇ ਘਰ ਜਿਹਾ, ਉਹ ਸਾਹਮਣੇ ਪੌਂਡ ਆ, ਪੌਂਡ ਤੋਂ ਅਗਲੇ ਪਾਸੇ ਮੇਰਾ ਘਰ ਆ। ਜੇ ਇੱਥੋਂ ਤੁਰ ਕੇ ਜੇ ਬਜ਼ੁਰਗ ਸਾਡੇ ਆ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਆ ਤੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਚਿਰ ਨੂੰ ਜੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਵਾਪਸ ਜਾਣਾ ਵਾ ਤੇ ਉਹ ਜੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਵਾਸ਼ਰੂਮ ਆ ਗਿਆ ਵਾ ਤੇ ਹੁਣ ਕੀ ਕਰਨਗੇ? ਉਹ ਨਹੀਂ, ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਸੁੱਟਿਆ, ਧੱਕੇ ਮਾਰ ਕੇ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਪੁੱਠੇ ਸੁੱਟਿਆ। ਫਿਰ ਇਹੋ ਹੀ 4 ਬੰਦੇ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਹੈਗੇ ਈਮੇਲ ਕਰਕੇ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਕਾਉਂਸਲਰਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਸੱਦਿਆ। ਉਹ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਤਾਂ ਸਿਟੀ ਕੋਲ ਚੁਕਵਾਇਆ, ਜਦੋਂ ਫਿਰ ਅਸੀਂ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਨੇ ਉਹਦਾ ਆਬਜੈਕਸ਼ਨ ਕੀਤਾ ਤੇ ਅੱਜ ਫਿਰ ਹੁਣ ਨਵਾਂ ਡਰਾਮਾ ਸ਼ੁਰੂ ਕਰਕੇ ਬੈਠੇ ਹੋਏ ਆ। ਸਿਟੀ ਤੋਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਮੰਗ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਕਿ ਸਾਡਾ ਉਹ ਪੋਰਟੇਬਲ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਵਾਸ਼ਰੂਮ ਰੱਖਿਆ ਜਾਵੇ, ਤਾਂ ਕਿ ਜਿਹੜੇ 3-3 4-4 ਘੰਟੇ ਬਜ਼ੁਰਗ ਬੈਠੇ ਆ। ਹੁਣ ਘਰੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਬਜ਼ੁਰਗ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਇੱਕ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਆਪ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਦੱਸੋ ਕਿ ਬਜ਼ੁਰਗ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਮੈਂ ਰਹਿ ਕੇ ਕਿੰਨਾ ਕੁ ਟਾਈਮ ਸਪੈਂਡ ਕਰ ਲੂੰਗਾ? ਬਜ਼ੁਰਗਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਆਪਣੀ ਕੰਪਨੀ ਵੀ ਚਾਹੀਦੀ ਆ, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਵੀ ਆਪਣੀ ਕੰਪਨੀ ਚਾਹੀਦੀ ਕਿ ਨਹੀਂ ਚਾਹੀਦੀ?
ਕਈ ਬਜ਼ੁਰਗ ਤਾਂ ਇਦਾਂ ਦੇ ਨੇ, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਪੇਰੈਂਟ ਬੱਚੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਕਾਰ 'ਚ ਛੱਡ ਕੇ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਨੇ, ਉਹ ਵਾਸ਼ਰੂਮ ਕਰਨ ਘਰੇ ਕਿਵੇਂ ਜਾ ਸਕਦੇ ਨੇ?
ਜਿਹੜੇ ਅੱਜ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਕਿ ਅਸੀਂ ਆਪਣੇ ਨਿਆਣੇ ਪਾਰਕ 'ਚ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਆਉਂਦੇ, ਅਸੀਂ ਵੀ ਅੱਜ ਤੋਂ 10 ਸਾਲ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਲਿਆਉਂਦੇ ਹਾਂ। ਉਹ ਸਾਡੇ ਵੀ ਨਿਆਣੇ ਇੱਥੇ ਹੀ ਪਾਰਕਾਂ 'ਚ ਵੱਡੇ ਹੋਏ ਆ। ਲਾਰਨਵਿਲ ਸਕੂਲ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਪੜ੍ਹੇ ਆ, ਹੁਣ ਜੀਨ ਆਗਸਟਿਨ ਜਾਂ ਰੌਕ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਗਏ ਆ, ਹੁਣ ਹੌਲੀ ਨਾਲ ਯੂਨੀਵਰਸਿਟੀ ਜਾਣਾ। ਠੀਕ ਆ, ਅਸੀਂ ਵੀ ਗਾਂ ਓਲਡ ਏਜ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਆਉਣਾ ਵਾ। ਠੀਕ ਆ, ਅਸੀਂ ਰਿਸਪੈਕਟ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਕਿ ਜੇ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਆ ਕਿ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਆਪਣੇ ਘਰ ਹੀ ਪਿਸ਼ਾਬ ਕਰਕੇ ਆਓ ਤੇ ਘਰੇ ਹੀ ਰਹੋ, ਤੇ ਫਿਰ ਅਸੀਂ ਘਰੇ ਹੀ ਰਹਿੰਦੇ ਹਾਂ। ਇਹਨਾਂ ਲਈ ਤਾਂ ਠੀਕ ਆ, ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਕੋਲ ਕੀ ਪਤਾ ਕਿ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਕੀ ਵਿਚਾਰ ਨੇ। ਮੈਂ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਵਿਚਾਰਾਂ ਦੇ ਕੋਈ ਕਿੰਤੂ ਪਰੰਤੂ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਰਦਾ, ਪਰ ਮੈਂ ਆਪਣੀ ਪ੍ਰੋਬਲਮਸ ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਉਹ ਸ਼ੇਅਰ ਕਰਦਾ ਕਿ ਇਹ ਹਰ ਬਜ਼ੁਰਗ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਇੱਥੇ ਤੁਰਿਆ ਫਿਰਦਾ ਵਾ, ਉਹਦੀ ਪ੍ਰੋਬਲਮ ਸਭ ਤੋਂ ਵੱਡੀ ਇਹ ਹੋਈ ਆ ਕਿ ਉਹ ਘਰ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਆਪਣੇ ਬੱਚੇ ਜਾਂ ਆਪਣੇ ਮੁੰਡੇ ਨਾਲ ਕਿੰਨਾ ਕੁ ਟਾਈਮ ਸਪੈਂਡ ਕਰ ਲੈਣਗੇ। ਆਖਰ ਤੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਕਿਸੇ ਨਾ ਗੱਲਾਂ ਬਾਤਾਂ ਮਾਰਨੀਆਂ। ਜਿਹੜੇ ਦੂਜੇ ਫ੍ਰੀ ਹੈਗੇ ਉਹ ਵੀ ਇੱਥੇ ਆਉਣਗੇ, ਇੱਕ ਦੂਜੇ ਦੇ ਘਰਾਂ 'ਚ ਕਿੰਨੀ ਵਾਰੀ ਜਾਣਗੇ ਰੋਜ਼।
My view is that this is a community park. It belongs to all residents in the vicinity of the park. And if anything has to be done, whether it's portable toilets or modifications, then everybody has to come together. We feel like the city is working with this community to put, to bring stuff on our behinds. So that's why we don't agree. And so we're standing here as one person just to let our voice known to the city councillor. And I hope they have taken the message and that so the next time they feel like they want to bring something, change in the park, they should consult with the residents.
ਕਿਤੇ ਉਹ ਪੋਰਟੇਬਲ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਵਾਸ਼ਰੂਮ ਰੱਖਿਆ ਜਾਵੇ। ਹਾਂਜੀ, ਪਰ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਸ਼ਰਾਰਤੀ ਨੇ ਕੁਛ ਨੇਬਰ ਨੇ ਪਤਾ ਆਊਟਸਾਈਡਰ ਨੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਆ ਕੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਇੱਥੇ ਮਾਹੌਲ ਖਰਾਬ ਕਰਤਾ ਹੈ। ਜਦੋਂ ਕਿ ਸਿਟੀ ਵਾਲਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਇੱਥੇ ਇਹੋ ਜਿਹਾ ਮਾਹੌਲ ਨਾ ਬਣੇ ਤਾਂ ਆਪਣੇ ਆਪ ਇਹ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਪੋਰਟੇਬਲ ਵਾਸ਼ਰੂਮ ਰੱਖੇ ਜਾਣ ਤਾਂ ਜੋ ਕਿ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਬਜ਼ੁਰਗ ਇੱਥੇ ਆਉਂਦੇ ਨੇ ਬੈਠਦੇ ਨੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਇਸ ਚੀਜ਼ ਦੀ ਫੈਸਿਲਿਟੀ ਮਿਲ ਸਕੇ। ਇਹ ਤੇ ਸਾਰੇ ਮਹੱਲੇ ਆਪਣੇ ਕਲੋਨੀ ਵਾਲਿਆਂ ਦੀ ਡਿਮਾਂਡ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਇਹ ਆਪਣਾ ਪੋਰਟੇਬਲ ਵਾਸ਼ਰੂਮ ਹੈ ਇੱਥੇ ਰੱਖਿਆ ਜਾਵੇ। ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਵੀ ਰੱਖਿਆ ਗਿਆ ਸੀ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਕਿ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਸ਼ਰਾਰਤ ਨਾਲ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਭੰਨਤੋੜ ਕਰ ਦਿੱਤੀ ਸੀਗੀ ਤੇ ਇਸ ਕਰਕੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਸਿਟੀ ਤੋਂ ਦੁਬਾਰਾ ਡਿਮਾਂਡ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਕਿ ਇਹ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਵਾਸ਼ਰੂਮ ਇੱਥੇ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਰੱਖੇ ਜਾਣ।
So adding to what she said, even in terms of maintaining, if you see the grass here, city can't even maintain the grass in the park. If they're promising they're going to maintain the body, that's not going to happen. They don't even come and clean the snow during the winter. And safety issue also. You see, there's so much crime now in the neighborhood. We don't want anybody to hide in the body, and it's not safe for our kids too, right? So, no, not at all in the favor, because it's gonna, I think it's the safety and maintenance issue also, and the ambience. Okay, if we think about ambience, even the safety, I think it's a big risk to the safety of everyone around here.
ਬਲਵਿੰਦਰ ਸਿੰਘ। ਹਾਂਜੀ, ਅੱਜ ਅਸੀਂ ਇੱਥੇ ਪਾਰਕ ਪਹੁੰਚੇ ਸੀਗੇ। ਪੰਜਾਬ ਤੋਂ ਆਇਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਤਕਰੀਬਨ 2.5 ਮਹੀਨੇ ਹੋਏ ਨੇ। ਕਾਫੀ ਇੰਜੋਏ ਕੀਤਾ ਇੱਥੇ ਆ ਕੇ ਕੈਨੇਡਾ ਦੀ ਧਰਤੀ ਤੇ ਬਰੈਂਪਟਨ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ। ਜੋ ਆ ਮਸਲਾ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਸੁਣਿਆ ਵੀ ਉਹ ਵਾਸ਼ਰੂਮ ਵਗੈਰਾ ਪਾਰਕਾਂ 'ਚ ਰੱਖੇ ਜਾ ਰਹੇ ਨੇ। ਜਦੋਂ ਕੋਈ ਨਵਾਂ ਕੰਮ ਸ਼ੁਰੂ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਥੋੜ੍ਹੇ ਵਾਲੇ ਰੌਲੇ ਵੀ ਪੈ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਨੇ। ਉਹ ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਦੇ ਘਰ ਨੇੜੇ ਸਨ ਮਾੜਾ ਮੋਟਾ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਰੌਲਾ ਪਾਇਆ ਵੀ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਵਾਸ਼ਨਾ ਮੁਸ਼ਕ ਜੀ ਆਉਂਦੀ ਏ, ਪਰ ਮਸਲਾ ਹੱਲ ਹੋ ਜਾਊਗਾ। ਕਾਫੀ ਇੱਥੇ ਮੇਅਰ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਆਏ ਨੇ, ਮਸਲੇ ਸੁਣ ਕੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਉਹ ਪੈਰਵਾਈ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਨੇ। ਬਾਕੀ ਆ ਪ੍ਰਾਈਮੇਸ਼ੀਆ ਵਾਲੇ ਵੀਰ ਆਏ ਨੇ, ਇਹ ਕਵਰ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਨੇ ਸਾਰੇ ਰੌਲੇ ਨੂੰ, ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਚੈਨਲ ਬੜਾ ਫੇਮਸ ਹੈ ਇੱਥੇ ਪ੍ਰਾਈਮੇਸ਼ੀਆ। ਸੋ ਇਸ ਕਰਕੇ ਮੈਂ ਸਾਰੇ ਵੀਰਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਬੇਨਤੀ ਕਰਨਾ ਪ੍ਰੇਮ ਪਿਆਰ ਨਾਲ ਮਸਲਾ ਹੱਲ ਹੋ ਜਾਵੇ ਤਾਂ ਵਧੀਆ ਗੱਲ ਹੈ, ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਮਾਈਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਵਡੇਰਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਬਜ਼ੁਰਗਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਪਿਸ਼ਾਬ ਜਾਣਾ ਬੜਾ ਔਖਾ ਹੁੰਦਾ। ਇਸ ਕਰਕੇ
My point of view on this, I don't live exactly fronting onto the park, so I'm just on the one street over. However, I really feel that this is a community park. It was put here for the people in the community. Therefore, you live close enough that you can go home if you need to use certain facilities. And if you do have a health problem where you need some access to a washroom, then there are other ways to go around it. I do see a lot of people leaving actually, and they are leaving by car, which doesn't indicate to me not necessarily that they don't live here, but if they came by car, then they can leave by car and go and use their washroom in their own home. I am not in favor, no I'm not. Because as well, I have children, they are now teenagers, but when I originally moved into the neighborhood, when it first, the neighborhood opened up, my kids were smaller, and I know when they tried several other times, yes, it was a safety concern for me with my children, that I did not want a porta potty in here for that safety reason as well.
ਹਾਂਜੀ, ਬਾਥਰੂਮ ਹੋਣਾ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ ਇੱਥੇ ਨੇ। ਬਜ਼ੁਰਗਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਔਖਾ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਆ, ਉਹ ਵਿਚਾਰੇ ਬੈਠੇ ਆ, ਘਰਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਕਿੱਥੇ ਜਾਣ, ਹਨਾ। ਬਾਕੀ ਹੈਗਾ ਆ ਵੀ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਆਹ ਉਹ ਸ਼ੈੱਡ ਜਿਹੀ ਬਣਾਈ ਆ ਉੱਦਾਂ ਦੀ ਇੱਕ ਹੋਰ ਚਾਹੀਦੀ। ਉਹ ਜਦੋਂ ਮੀਂਹ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਆ ਤਾਂ ਬੰਦੇ ਉੱਥੇ ਬਹਿ ਜਾਂਦੇ, ਬੁੜੀਆਂ ਫਿਰ ਵਿਚਾਰੀਆਂ ਦੇਖਦੀਆਂ ਰਹਿੰਦੀਆਂ, ਜਾਂ ਇਹ ਵਿਚਾਰੇ ਇੱਥੇ ਦਰਖਤਾਂ ਦੇ ਹੇਠਾਂ ਲੱਗਦੇ ਆ। ਵੀ ਸਾਰੀ ਚੀਜ਼ ਸਹੂਲਤਾਂ ਚਾਹੀਦੀਆਂ ਸਾਰੀਆਂ ਪਾਰਕਾਂ 'ਚ ਹੈਗੀਆਂ, ਉਹ ਨਿੱਕੀ ਜਿਹੀ ਹੈਗੀ ਆ, ਹੋਣਾ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ ਆ। ਵਿਚਾਲੇ ਰੱਖ ਦਿਓ, ਚਾਰ 'ਚ ਫਿਰ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਇੱਕੋ ਜਿਹਾ ਹੋਊਗਾ, ਕਿਸੇ ਨੂੰ ਰੋਸ ਨਾ ਹੋਊਗਾ। ਗੱਭੇ ਰੱਖ ਦਿਓ, ਇੱਥੇ ਕਿਹੜੇ ਨਿਆਣੇ ਹੁਣ ਪਾਸੀਆਂ 'ਚ ਖੇਲਦੇ ਰਹਿਣਗੇ, ਰੱਖ ਦਿਓ ਉੱਥੇ।
I don't want the portable in front of my house, not in the park. Sorry. This is smelling every time we come outside and sit in the front of my porch. I smell. It is smelly too.
I don't want the potty because it is very inconvenient to my house. When I open the door, I see the potty. I don't want to see that. The value of the house and the park also. It's a very beautiful park. It reduces the quality of the park and this neighborhood. So please take off the potty from this park.
ਅਸੀਂ ਇਹ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਵੀ ਸਾਰੇ ਬਰੈਂਪਟਨ 'ਚ ਸਾਰੇ ਪਾਰਕਾਂ 'ਚ ਰੱਖੇ ਹੋਏ ਆ ਬਜ਼ੁਰਗਾਂ ਲਈ ਇੱਥੇ ਵੀ ਰੱਖੋ ਤੇ ਇਸ ਕਰਕੇ ਸਾਡੀ ਇਹ ਰਿਕੁਐਸਟ ਆ ਸਿਟੀ ਨੂੰ ਤੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਸਾਰੇ ਡਾਇਬੀਟੀ ਬੰਦੇ ਅੱਧੇ ਤੋਂ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਤਾਂ ਤੇ ਡਾਇਬੀਟੀ ਵਾਲੇ ਨੂੰ ਬਾਥਰੂਮ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਆਉਂਦਾ ਹੀ ਆਉਂਦਾ ਹੈ ਇਸ ਕਰਕੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਰਿਕੁਐਸਟ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਹਾਂ
So we do not want this portable toilet at Laurenville Park. It is a health and safety issue for not just the seniors who are asking for this, it's also a health and safety issue for the children and for every resident in the community. We have our hospital system overflowing. We are not even able to manage our hospital system. Now we are putting portable toilets that are actually going to create more health and safety issues and overburden our hospital system. How is this a solution? Let's address the issue properly.
ਅਸੀਂ ਬੁੱਢੇ ਹੋਣਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਆਂਟੀ ਜੀ ਅਸੀਂ ਵੀ ਬੁੱਢੇ ਹੋਣਾ ਪਰ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਇਹ ਹੱਸੀ ਹੋ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਨਾਲ ਰਹਿੰਦੇ ਆ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਠੀਕ ਹੈ ਨੰਬਰ 2 ਆਪਾਂ ਨੰਬਰ 3 ਜਾਂਦੇ ਹੈਗੇ ਆ ਆਪਾਂ 3 ਘੰਟੇ ਤੋੜਦੇ ਹੈਗੇ ਆ ਰਾਈਟ ਉੱਥੇ ਵੀ ਬੀਬੀ ਆਉਂਦੀ ਹੋਗੀ ਫਿਰ ਉੱਥੇ ਵੀ ਕੋਲ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਦਾ ਸੋਚਿਆ ਕਰੋ ਬਿਕਾਜ਼ ਆਪਾਂ ਇੱਥੇ ਰਹਿਣਾ ਹੈਗਾ ਆਪਾਂ ਇਹੀ ਸਮੈਲ ਲੈਣੀ ਆ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਇੱਕ ਹਸੂਲ ਦੇਖ ਲਿਆ ਪਰ ਕੱਲ ਨੂੰ ਇੱਥੇ ਪੋਰਟੇਬਲ ਆ ਗਏ ਨਾ ਇੱਥੇ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਡਰੱਗ ਵਾਲੇ ਕੈਂਪ ਲਾ ਕੇ ਬਹਿ ਜਾਣਗੇ ਫਿਰ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਕੋਲੋਂ ਵੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਬੈਠਿਆ ਜਾਣਾ ਜਿੱਥੇ ਜਿੱਥੇ ਲੱਗੇ ਆ ਨਾ ਜਿੱਥੇ ਲੱਗੇ ਆ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਨਿਊਜ਼ ਦੇਖਿਆ ਕਰੋ ਕਿ ਜਿੱਥੇ ਪੋਰਟੇਬਲ ਲੱਗੇ ਹੈਗੇ ਆ ਨਾ ਉੱਥੇ ਡਰੱਗ ਹੋਣ ਲੱਗ ਗਏ ਉੱਥੇ ਕੈਂਪ ਪੈਣ ਲੱਗ ਗਏ ਉੱਥੇ ਹੋਮਲੈਸ ਆਉਣ ਲੱਗ ਗਏ ਆਪਣੇ ਕੋਲੇ ਰਹਿਣਾ ਮੁਸ਼ਕਿਲ ਹੋ ਜਾਣਾ ਜੇ ਮਾੜੀ ਜੀ ਹਸੂਲਤ ਤੇ ਬੈਠ ਕੇ ਸੋਸ਼ਲਾਈਜ਼ ਕਰਨ ਨੂੰ ਆਪਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਮਿਲਿਆ ਹੈਗਾ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਦਾ ਸ਼ੁਕਰੀਆ ਅਦਾ ਕਰੋ ਤੇ ਇਹਨੂੰ ਆਪਾਂ ਜਿਵੇਂ ਹੈਗਾ ਰੱਖੀਏ ਰਾਈਟ ਆਪਾਂ ਗਲਤ ਲੋਕਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਅੰਦਰ ਇਨਵਾਈਟ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਹਾਂ ਰਾਈਟ ਸੋ ਨਹੀਂ ਇੱਥੇ ਹੋ ਜੂ ਨਹੀਂ ਉਹ ਫਿਰ ਓਕੇ ਆ ਸ਼ਾਬਾਸ਼ ਜੇ ਗੰਦ ਖਿਲਾਰਨਾ ਤਾਂ ਸਾਰੇ ਖਿਲਾਰੋ ਗਾਰਬੇਜ ਤਾਂ ਇੱਥੋਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਉਠਾਉਂਦੇ ਆ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਸਵੇਰੇ ਤੁਰਨ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਆ ਲੋਕੀ ਟਰੱਕਾਂ ਤੇ ਜਾ ਕੇ ਆ ਕੇ ਗਾਰਬੇਜ ਛੱਡ ਦਿੰਦੇ ਆ ਰਾਈਟ ਹਾਂ ਉਹ ਤਾਂ ਆਪਣੀ ਤੋਂ ਸਾਫ਼ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਫਿਰ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕਰਦੇ ਹੈਗੇ ਆ ਜਾ ਕੇ ਚੱਕਦੇ ਹੈਗੇ ਹਾਂ ਇਹ ਪਲੀਜ਼ ਨੋਟ ਕਰ ਲੈਣਾ
One moment. Listen, no. You're talking one side.
Can we
this
have
is
one person speak for you?
I'm so sorry.
Okay, no, okay.
This has nothing to do with Tony. You're speaking one side, and this is not fair.
We all pay property taxes.
At the end of the day, I understand everyone's concern here. You gotta go to the Washington, whatever, right? But I mean, like, if anywhere you go, usually this is a community park for people that are walking distance to the park. I have no idea where everyone's coming from, how far they have to come from.
And we don't
come by car. I'm speaking right now, sir. I'm speaking.
Sir,
no, come on. Can you be quiet for a little while?
So I understand.
Can you please shut up?
Okay. That's enough. Let me shut up.
You know where I live. Come make me shut up. If you represent that
Did you pay him to come here? Did you pay him to come here to do that?
Let's start the sign.
So don't you tell me to shut up.
But let me speak.
Who
Okay, hold on, guys. I love the passion. I love it, guys. I'm glad you're all out here. Okay? But let me just say a couple of words, okay? First of all, when you buy a home, you look for demographics. You see where the schools are. You see the beauty of the neighborhood, right? And it was advertised to us all of this. Beautiful park. I mean, big trees, because I know Lois Maxwell doesn't have all these trees. Great place to hang out. And my friends here, I love the fact that they're here. They're quiet every day. They look out for the park, because I know they actually clean up the park, right?
They do.
But it's been 10 years. And I've been here since day one, right? You guys tried twice, and it was denied. So I mean, like, usually if you do a third time, it's a slowing, right? So we were already concerned about the maintenance of this park. We're just afraid that's just going to make it worse. And the poor guy that lives right there, Merwin, where are you, Merwin? Poor guy just bought this house for $1.2 million. 3 months later, they put a toilet in front of his house. Come on. Wait, hold on. I'm not $10 to the neighbors, and we can have a barbecue. Let's see how many people use that wash. So that's a little joke on the side. You didn't laugh though, Ro, you know. I was hoping you would laugh.
Tony, are you suggesting that if there was some monetary compensation?
No, that was a joke.
I'm just saying,
it's all
be sarcastic.
No.
I don't know who else is doing this. Is City of Kitchener doing this? This is
They're not here.
When did this all
Tony, let's just go back and find out who exactly lives in this area.
Right.
The majority of these people don't live here. And one more thing. Hold on.
Don't live here.
You keep bringing up medical issues.
Yes.
I don't see anybody being sick, coming in the park, staying for 1 hour.
The street right now, they're going to hurt themselves.
Yeah.
Those are the things that we need to take care of.
Okay.
One more thing.
Yeah.
Look behind you. There used to be a trail.
Yeah.
Clearly, it's gone. The city is not taking care of it.
Thank you.
Right?
That gravel trail there?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
If I don't call
got a picture
everyone,
of
the
it.
park doesn't get mowed.
It used
Across
to
the
go
street, the boulevards are
around
not
those
cut.
trees.
I'm calling the city
They're
of
gone.
Yeah.
This area is
The
not
city is
maintained.
not even looking at it.
Across the street.
Your concern, and my friend here behind me, is to bring in toilets. No, take care of this. No. Let him.
Please stop.
I agree on the point
No,
where we are
just
talking
stop.
about
Let him
park
speak.
is not being maintained.
Stop, please.
Let's focus on the maintenance of the park.
Okay.
And as we said, majority of the people that you see here don't even live here. They're not residents
That's your
of here.
view.
So the majority of these people here don't even live here. They're not concerned about this park, right? We all welcome everybody to come play cards, whatever, to hang out. That's okay. I got kids. I bring my kids at the park. Whether it's my kids or myself, if we want to use the bathroom, we go back home.
There you go.
So he's my friend here. He lives right next to me. We all go back home. Anybody that can't go back home for using the washroom, it is because they don't live here.
Correct.
If we're going to be standing in here, taking opinions of everybody here, they're going to raise their hand saying that we need the toilet, because they don't live here. There's a majority here. They don't live here. They don't live here.
Didn't receive an email or a complaint. We didn't know that that was an issue in this particular park. But now we do. And so now we could deal with it. And so now Angelo and Jim and our team is here, and Vanessa's making a list of some of these things that we can actually deal with right away. So if there's a mulch top-up that's required, that is now on our list. If this trail here at the back is a concern to the community, that is now on our list. And so we can deal with that. So your concern has been not just necessarily the toilet itself, and Tony brought this up as well, but the overall aesthetics of the park and the maintenance of the park. And so, but at the same time, Tony also brought up that the people who use this park, seniors and otherwise, many of whom we see all the time here when we're here, also are stewards of the park. They clean it, they pick up the garbage and everything else. And one other point that I will say with respect to parks, no one owns the parks. Okay, you do not, the seniors can't say they own the park, but you can't say you own the park. And it's really unfair to point out to other people and put them in a position to have to show their ID to prove whether or not they live in the area. For example, I go to Chinguzi Park. Do I live near Chinguzi Park? I'm just giving you an example. At the end of the day, at the end of the day, I could, as a resident, I could go to any park and enjoy the park.
No, you're right.
What is your name? What is your name?
My name is Reggie.
No, the person who just spoke.
Blaze.
So we will take care of some of those things and your concerns that you have just brought up, and that will be taken care of now that we know. So thank you. Respect what they have just shared.
Okay.
So you are next, and then I'll have you, and then Reggie.
Okay.
And then over here.
I understand the city has not that much fund. They can organize a park close to 50 to 100 meters. No, it's not going to be possible. Not every resident has the park within 50 to 100 meters. So they have to be walking or they're going to be driving to the park. So you can't drive in back to go to the P or walk back to the P. So we are lucky. Park is next to my house. Blaze is lucky. Park next to his house.
Yeah.
This guy is lucky. This guy is lucky. Okay. What is the couple houses behind? Where they have the park?
Yeah.
They don't have the park. What do you think that they're gonna be use the school park? No, they come here.
Yes.
So I know the city funds. Even there's a problem with the schools too, because when you build those schools, you already put it over there. All the kids has to be buses because you don't have the funds.
Yeah. Yes.
We agreed that.
And that's a very
so
good
we
point.
accommodate. We accommodate with you guys. Another thing, I see every corner board neighborhood watch. Neighborhood watch. My senior, they watch this area 4 hour morning time, 4 hour evening time. If they found something, they have the phone, they can call you right away 911. You can't put the security here.
Yeah.
Oh, everybody's on the work. So they are easily doing the security work too.
Yeah. Because where they live, this is their park as well.
Yeah.
Now, the other point that was made was that because there are seniors here in the summer all the time, there are benefits to that. Tony brought up one of them in terms of the cleaning up in the park and the maintenance of the park, but also this, there are eyes in the neighborhood. And maybe you don't want that, but I will say that's a benefit to have seniors.
To who though?
So go ahead, you're next.
But to who though?
So
Okay.
point one is
Maybe to you.
point one is that
In terms of,
all we live in this neighborhood.
you haven't told me though.
We are just walking distance away because now our parents are getting old and they don't have that capability of controlling their fee to go back home. So that is one of the reasons for which we are really
Incontinence.
yes. So we really considering that, and it was happening. The second point I'm making is that when this portable was here, somebody literally did heinous activity that they came and push it and throw it. Okay. Third thing is that look which direction is the air. Is it coming to someone's house over there? If this house is saying that this guy came with spending with that much money, like we've been here since this neighborhood started, and I don't think these houses were even built at that time.
Yes.
These guys bought this property around for this park beauty. But is it that they have charged that, because of this park, we will be charging you premium because park belongs to you?
Yes, they did.
They
They charged the
did?
premium. That is part of my argument. I'll get to it. It's okay, you finish. You land. No, let him land. It's okay.
Charge you for the park. If they have charged you for the park, you have to reach out to them why they have charged you for the park. Because park belong to city and park belong to us.
Yeah. So I think we've gone back and forth on this, right? With regards to where I emailed you guys and I said, I want you guys to come look around here. The way this park is designed, where does it really fit? Anywhere you put it. Last time it was in front of my house. My kids can play there. And then it was moved. It's here. It's in front of someone else's house. It doesn't necessarily belong here if you look at the way even this park is designed. When I hear people talking about people come from far and whatnot, this area, part of the reason why we bought from here is because of the plan, okay? The way the park was designed, the whole area was designed. How many parks are in here? Walk how many feet from here to there? There's a park there. Paul, you know that. You and I had this conversation a while, I think last May, right? There are so many parks in this pocket here. Honestly, if you really tell me, oh, you're gonna walk far? You know what? You can stop there. You can stop there. There's so many parks. So let's not use that as an excuse. That you can't make it here because you're home. Every household has about at least 4 bathrooms.
Go home
to come
and
put
stay
another
home.
bathroom here, honestly, it's not. My parents are seniors. It's not serving them. It's not serving anyone here who lives here. Sorry. If you really want to, have a fun, have any kind of party or whatever, hang out with your people, you can do it at any of all those other parks. People who cross the street coming here, there are parks over there. It's a choice you make. You made a really good, point. If I go to Chinguzi Park, that's on me. I'm not going to go force people around there to, have something sit in front of their houses and whatnot. I go there, I comply with whatever the rules are, bylaws, you name it.
Yes.
We don't need that because there's so many parks around here. You know this. You walk around this area. How many parks do we have in this little pocket? It was well designed. We paid premium for
any one of these houses who live right here. So if you want to talk about custodians of this place, we do.
Okay, I think I here is
Okay.
the custodian of this place.
No, but what I'm
Okay,
saying
hold
is
on.
we see day in, day out.
Sure.
When I emailed you, the toilet was in front of you as I was emailing you.
What are you going to do to make a decision? I want to know in terms of so I know.
That's why we're here today.
Yeah.
No, what's the protocol?
Yeah.
Please come here. Please
I
come
want to
here.
know the protocol.
Please come here.
Okay, behind him.
What were the basis
You
of
didn't
it?
answer the
One more
question.
lady here.
I'm going to say two things.
That is why we're
A lot of
here
people
right now.
may think that this has nothing to do one with the other. So really quickly, just to kind of push that, the mulch, my kids are a little bit older now, but 10 years ago,
Our
they
team has
were...
written it down.
Right, absolutely. However, I, within the last 9 years, had to call the city several times on when are you going to replace the mulch. So we don't want to call you every year.
You don't have
There
to. We'll
has
get
to
it
be-
done.
There has to be a plan because what I was told a few years ago
Angelo,
prior
Jim,
to...
can we get the mulch? Thank
Yeah,
you.
no, absolutely. I just want to make
That's
sure.
not the question. What was it? Why wasn't it done before?
How are you going to decide?
Do we need a call?
Call on a yearly basis.
I want to know what's
And
the
then the other
decision.
thing is, I understand the whole point of the seniors. Absolutely, I get it. And thank you for bringing that up because we probably didn't have that point of view.
It wasn't on the survey.
However, again, back
There was
going
no
a few years
survey.
because the last 3-4 years we were dealing with a pandemic, there was nobody in the park.
Yeah.
However, in 2018, I had a home daycare. And I was coming here after school with the children right under that pergola, the gazebo that was built.
Yeah, right.
And we got to the park. I had 7 kids with me. They were all on the playground playing, and they put their backpacks on top of the benches. And along came quite a few elderly ladies. I don't know if they live around here. That is besides the point. They automatically all grabbed those backpacks and threw them on the floor and told me that that was their park table and bench. Okay, so this is what we deal with on a daily basis around here, where it's, and I asked, is this your table? And they told me it was their table. I said, where did you buy it? Is your name on it? This is a community park. And unless it is treated that way, then we're never going to get anywhere. But that is something that you need to know.
Yeah.
Okay, so those backpacks were thrown on the floor. I had to call someone to come in here, and only at that point, and then I was approached by a gentleman, probably the husband of one of them, and I was asked a lot of questions as to why I was pushing it because they were there. They were not there. If I get to a park and the table is empty, maybe you were here yesterday, but it's first come, first served.
That's right. True.
Yeah.
It's
Totally
just
agree.
like on
Totally
public transportation. Then, absolutely, if I was sitting there and a bunch of, elderly people came around, I would have absolutely told those kids, let's get up, seeing as you're at the playground, and let these people sit down. But, it just so there needs to be respect all the way across for both sides, both parties, and, I hope we come to a conclusion here that's going to please both sides.
Councillor, you mentioned compassion earlier, and I really wanted to say this, that we are the parents of young kids, and we are compassionate to our children when we bring them to the park, and we teach and respect them, and we teach them that when you're going, make sure you use the washroom and be close enough so that in case there's an emergency, there's a way back home. We're constantly monitoring this. These are decisions that we make when we leave the house. If we're going far away, if we're going to a shop, if we're going somewhere, these are decisions that we're thinking about when we're leaving with children. As parents, we're compassionate to our children, and we think about when they should use the washroom. Just like that, we think about when we should use the washroom if we're going out, correct? So it is incumbent upon each of us as citizens of this community here to think about our decisions and not to put ourselves in a situation and then say that we're vulnerable, not to put ourselves in a situation that where such an event could take place, where we are far away and we need access to something like this, at the risk of the locals that live around here and putting an eyesore or something that we're disturbed by. Not to mention the fact that no one's brought it up yet, but there's little children here, and we're just not comfortable with people, doing number one or number two here at a park. We're just, as parents, we're not comfortable with that. And that is something that needs to be communicated to, is that there's a comfort level that we don't have. We do this at home and we bring our children outside. And the same way, I have elder parents as well. That's the same way I ask them the same questions. And when I go out, I think about the same things. So it's that comfort level, the safety, the cleanliness, the fact that this is a community park, and that we are responsible for our decisions. And we are compassionate to our children. So I don't want anyone to think that there's a lack of compassion on this side, because when we come to the park, we're thinking about these things.
At the same stage, when we came in here, we teach our kids too. Now, do you want some elderly gonna pee in front of everyone over here by chance?
No, but
That's why portable is needed.
if somebody has incontinence issues,
would you be
they must
comfortable
get the
doing it?
proper briefs, knowing that they're going far enough that they may soil themselves or they may have the need to use the bathroom. There are proper things to use to address this issue. So why is that not happening? And if it's a general health issue among a specific population, then maybe there's a much larger investigation that needs to be done, a real health study that will properly address the underlying issue and underlying cause. This is a band-aid solution that is hurting everyone.
So with respect to the survey results, surveys have been conducted in this area before, and the residents who responded to the surveys, the answer was no, they did not want a porta potty here in the park. Okay? However, that being said, informally, we also have a significant number, not just for this park, but in parks all across the city, for some amenity to allow seniors who've used the parks, whether or not they live exactly right there, or whether they live in the area, or whether they come from somewhere else and they're here in the park, for them to have some amenity, because they do spend quite a bit of time here at the park, and so they want to be able to have that amenity for them. Okay. Now, with respect to your second question, with respect to the safety, we have not had any overwhelming or even a consistent issue with respect to safety and the porta potty. It is our goal to make every park, every city asset accessible and open to
Only one group, though. What about me and my kids? We have nowhere to sit when we come to the park.
Exactly.
Think about that.
So again, like the request for more chips, for more paths, you want more, whatever it is that you like.
No, we don't need more benches. No, not at all. No, that's okay.
We will always endeavor. So to answer this question, we will always endeavor to make the park work for you. You just let us know what you want. Ask anyone who deals with myself or Councillor Santos. We try to provide what is requested of us. Okay?
Thank you.
But again, the question is, how do we move forward? We have seniors who need this in the same way that your kids, if they needed a feature here in the park, we would try to provide them. So, you want the mulch?
No, sir. That's not right.
I'm not trading with
Hold
you.
on a second.
Please.
This, the mulch is the city's responsibility, right? Okay. Don't try to mix them up. It's not a trade here. It is not a trade. You give us this one, we're gonna give you a toilet. No, it doesn't work
But
this way.
we are endeavoring to do what is the city's duty to do.
Okay. Yeah.
So we have a request for.
I just reminded you your responsibility. That's it, okay? But it is
So
not
our
a discussion
responsibility-
about
the city-
trading here.
So the city's responsibility is, how do we make the park accessible for the seniors who spend many hours here? I would ask you, what do we say to them?
So why don't we do it? Look, we're gonna go back and forth. We gotta go back
Do
to
your
what's sitting
survey.
on the website, and let's go back to what works. Democratic, let's vote.
So the city, as a whole, has decided democratically, if you will, it's not just two councillors, it's all councillors and mayor, have decided that providing porta potties has been the solution.
No, but that's just the council's decision. You just said the council.
So what we do in park over there, we also must provide the same in park over here, for example.
Sorry, hold on. Could you repeat that? I'm a little confused. Who has decided? Who's decided?
Council made a decision Right,
And it was
with the
based on
mayor,
the
we're supposed
park.
to provide, but this is not, like I said, this is not just the community, this is not just the only park that has requested, but we haven't come to a conclusion, okay? And so that being said, because the season is almost over, I'm going to suggest the following, and I hope that given both perspectives have been shared, that maybe this is a way forward. It's a suggestion. Okay? So the suggestion is for everyone, for the side that is opposing the portalet, you've heard the concerns of the seniors, the health concerns of the seniors, the priority of the city to prioritize and help vulnerable users and create accessibility for parks, recreation, and all of our amenities. Whether that's if you're in a wheelchair, or if you have children, or if you're a senior and you have health issues, it is our job to advocate for all of you. Okay, that puts us in a tough position. At the same time, the season is almost over. And so I'm going to ask that while the season is almost over, we know that there's going to be requests for the next season. 100%. There's going to be requests, and there's also going to be a revision to the Parks and Recreation Master Plan and an update to include amenities like this. Because it's our job to update the plan according to the changing needs. And one of the changing needs is the need for facility like this. So long story short is that we're not going to be able to find the exact location for a portalet, an enclosed portalet or non-enclosed portalet today. And we're probably not going to be able to find that location that people are going to be satisfied with by the end of this season. Okay? So, what I will request is for you, in time for next season, to tell us what that location and what the options are. And we have options of enclosing it so that it doesn't look bad. Maybe we could look at technology so it doesn't smell bad. We'll come back with the health and safety report in terms of the issues and how much we're servicing them. But I can guarantee you that by next year, there will be policy in place that it's probably going to be here. Okay? So, not this season. If you can let uncles know, because of the fact that we can't come to a conclusion this season on where. But for next season, we want to know from you what the community agrees on would be a good spot. Options. Is that a good path forward?
But unless the community has agreed, this portalet will not be within the park.
It has to be within the park.
Why should it be?
It's okay. He will bring one.
If we are listen to
So the Parks and Recreation Plan is very likely going to be updated to provide amenities like this within the parks.
Okay, so what you're telling us.
So why
So we're not
why
going
did
to.
we all come here today then?
So
You've already made up your mind. You've already made a decision, so we don't care.
Yeah, our voice doesn't count.
You don't care about us.
Bring it over then. Bring it over tomorrow.
Right now.
Bring it over tomorrow.
No.
Yeah.
Okay, so the reason why we came today was to determine if we could find a location or come to a conclusion for this.
So you already have made up your mind. So what are we
Yeah, but
doing
at the
here?
same time, you're saying that they're going to bring it inside the park next year. So what's really the point of us making a proposal to you?
Because the difference is that if it happens through a policy that is citywide, it is a democratic citywide vote. You know what I'm saying? It's citywide.
So we'll take all of that into consideration. So here's the thing. There will be no portalet in the park for this season. Okay, that's what we're suggesting because we couldn't come to a conclusion today. But for next season, there's going to be this issue again, and we can't keep doing this. And ultimately, the city has a Parks and Recreation Master Plan, which is going to include the need for these amenities in our parks, because there is changing needs for the community. Our community in the city of Brampton is also aging very quickly. And so we need to adjust our parks and amenity spaces to accommodate those uses in our community, regardless of what park it is and regardless of what neighborhood it's in. And so by next season, we're hoping that we can come to some agreement as to where
an amenity and take the ugly porta potty picture out of your mind because we have an ability to enclose them.
Can you cover up the smell as well?
It's not that. And we will deal with that as well. But we need to find a way in a good location that makes sense in terms of engineering and that makes sense in terms of the users of the area. Okay?
I just want to put across one more point which I never heard. The increasing crime in the area, I don't feel safe to send my kids here when there is a lock or like an unlocked potty around here where anybody can hide.
Okay.
Considering all the crime in the neighborhood which has increased drastically, I don't feel safe from the safety perspective. We have a carjacking happening, we have shootout just across the street. There's so much crime increasing in the area that I don't feel safe that there's an open potty here that anybody can come and hide and lock inside.
Okay, thank
you.
you.
That for me is the biggest concern.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And we just had a very passionate community meeting in a local park to discuss the amenity of having a porta potty in a park.
Yes, and as Councillor Santos mentioning, putting a porta potty in a park can get a lot of people out from their homes to try to make their neighborhoods better. And our goal, and as always, you know, we want to make our parks and our neighborhoods work better for the residents of the city of Brampton. And we're very hopeful that as a result of today's discussion here in the park, here at Laurenville, that we can come to a solution.
Yeah, and I think the community has committed to helping to find a solution in terms of an appropriate location to have this needed amenity for some of the users of this particular park. I think that this particular park has been somewhat unique. And so we're dealing with this particular challenge one at a time.
We have porta potties in parks all across the city.
Trails,
but here,
parks.
Yeah, everywhere. Yeah. But here at Laurenville, we are going to be listening to the residents, wait for the outcome of their own discussions as well to find a location that everyone can be happy with.
Yeah, we're not suggesting, the community is suggesting and providing various options on where it might be located. However, we do have certain engineering standards and safety standards with regards to traffic that needs to be abided by. And we look forward to receiving some of those options from the community.
Everyone has concerns in it, and you know that.
ਸੋ ਲੌਰਨਵਿਲ ਪਾਰਕ ਦੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਦੋਨੋਂ ਪੱਖਾਂ ਦੇ ਇਸ਼ੂ ਸੁਨੇ। ਇਸ਼ੂ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਪੋਰਟੇਬਲ ਟਾਇਲਟ ਇਨ ਦਾ ਪਾਰਕ, ਸੋ ਸਿਟੀ ਨੇ ਰੱਖਿਆ ਸੀ ਲੇਕਿਨ ਚੱਕ ਲਿਆ ਗਿਆ। ਸੋ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਇੱਕ ਪੱਖ ਹੈ ਸੀਨੀਅਰਸ ਦਾ, ਜਿਹੜੇ ਇੱਥੇ ਬੈਠਦੇ ਆ, ਗੱਪਸ਼ਪ ਮਾਰਦੇ ਆ, ਰੋਜ਼ ਸ਼ਾਮੀ ਆ ਪੇੜਾਂ ਦੇ ਛਾਂ ਦੇ ਥੱਲੇ ਆਪਣਾ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਈਵਨਿੰਗ ਸਪੈਂਡ ਕਰਦੇ ਆ, ਆਫਟਰਨੂਨ ਸਪੈਂਡ ਕਰਦੇ ਆ, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਕਹਿਣਾ ਸੀ ਕਿ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਇੱਥੇ ਪੋਰਟੇਬਲ ਟਾਇਲਟ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਅਸੀਂ ਵਾਪਸ ਨਹੀਂ ਜਾ ਸਕਦੇ ਘਰ, ਅਸੀਂ ਡਾਇਬਟਿਕ ਦੇ ਮਰੀਜ਼ ਹਾਂ, ਸਾਨੂੰ ਇੱਥੇ ਪੋਰਟੇਬਲ ਟਾਇਲਟ ਦੀ ਲੋੜ ਹੈਗੀ ਹੈ ਔਰ ਅਸੀਂ ਇੱਥੇ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਸਿਟੀ ਪ੍ਰੋਵਾਈਡ ਕਰੇ। ਦੂਜਾ ਪੱਖ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਰੈਜ਼ੀਡੈਂਟਸ ਹੈ ਇਸ ਏਰੀਆ ਦੇ, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਕਹਿਣਾ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਪੋਰਟੇਬਲ ਟਾਇਲਟ ਅਗਰ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਰੱਖਤਾ ਤਾਂ ਇੱਥੇ ਕ੍ਰਾਈਮ ਵੀ ਵੱਧ ਸਕਦਾ, ਇੱਥੇ ਡਰੱਗਸ ਸਰਿੰਜਾਂ ਵੀ ਮਿਲਦੀਆਂ ਜਿੱਦਾਂ ਦੂਜੇ ਪਾਰਕਾਂ 'ਚ ਮਿਲੀਆਂ, ਤੇ ਸਿਟੀ ਉਹਦਾ ਵੀ ਕੋਈ ਸੋਲੂਸ਼ਨ ਕੱਢੇ। ਟਾਇਲਟ ਅਗਰ ਰੱਖਣਾ ਰੱਖਣ, ਬਟ ਉਹਦਾ ਵੀ ਸੋਲੂਸ਼ਨ ਕੱਢਣ। ਲੇਕਿਨ ਟਾਇਲਟ ਰੱਖਣ ਦੀ, ਜਿਹੜੀ ਪੋਰਟੇਬਲ ਟਾਇਲਟ ਰੱਖਣ ਦੀ ਲੋਕੇਸ਼ਨ 'ਤੇ ਵੀ ਇੱਕ ਬਹੁਤ ਡਿਸਕਸ਼ਨ ਚੱਲੀ ਹੈ, ਜਿਹੜੀ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਦੇਖਿਆ ਹੀਟਡ ਡਿਸਕਸ਼ਨ। ਅਗਰ ਪਾਰਕ ਦੇ ਕਿਸੇ ਵੀ ਕੋਨੇ 'ਚ ਰੱਖਦੇ ਹੈ, ਕੋਈ ਨਾ ਕੋਈ ਘਰ ਸਾਹਮਣੇ ਆਉਂਦਾ ਹੈ ਤੇ ਰੈਜ਼ੀਡੈਂਟਸ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਸਾਡੇ ਘਰ ਦੇ ਸਾਹਮਣੇ ਨਾ ਰੱਖਿਆ ਜਾਏ, ਸਮੈਲ ਆਉਂਦੀ ਹੈ। ਸਮੈਲ ਦਾ ਸਿਟੀ ਕੋਈ ਇਲਾਜ ਕਰੇ, ਸਮੈਲ ਨੂੰ ਬੰਦ ਕਰੇ। ਸੋ ਸਿਟੀ ਆ ਦੇਖ ਰਹੀ ਸੀ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਕਾਉਂਸਲਰਸ ਕਿ ਅਸੀਂ ਕਿਹੜੇ ਹਿੱਸੇ 'ਚ ਰੱਖੀਏ, ਤੇ ਕਿਸੇ ਨੇ ਸੁਜੈਸ਼ਨ ਦਿੱਤੀ ਕਿ ਪਾਰਕ ਦੇ ਸੈਂਟਰ 'ਚ ਰੱਖਤਾ ਜਾਏ। ਸੈਂਟਰ 'ਚ ਰੱਖਣ ਲਈ ਸਿਟੀ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਨਹੀਂ, ਆਹ ਆਪਸ਼ਨ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੈ। ਸੋ ਪਾਰਕ ਤੋਂ 10 ਜਾਂ 50 ਮੀਟਰ ਦੂਰ ਰੱਖਿਆ ਜਾਏ, ਕ੍ਰੀਕ ਦੇ ਕੋਲ ਰੱਖਤਾ ਜਾਏ। ਲੇਕਿਨ ਸੀਨੀਅਰਸ ਦਾ ਕਹਿਣਾ ਸੀਗਾ ਕਿ ਅਸੀਂ ਪਾਰਕ ਛੱਡ ਕੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਜਾਣਾ, ਪਾਰਕ ਦੇ ਦੂਜੀ ਤਰਫ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਮਨਜ਼ੂਰ ਨਹੀਂ ਉੱਥੇ ਰੱਖਣਾ। ਸੋ ਦੋਨੋਂ ਪੱਖ ਨੇ ਆਪਣੇ ਆਪਣੇ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਵਰਜ਼ਨ ਦਿੱਤੇ, ਅਸੀਂ ਉਹ ਦਿਖਾਏ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਕਿ ਸੀਨੀਅਰਸ ਨੇ ਕੀ ਕਿਹਾ ਤੇ ਦੂਜੇ ਰੈਜ਼ੀਡੈਂਟਸ ਹੈ ਉਹ ਕੀ ਕਿਹਾ। ਰੈਜ਼ੀਡੈਂਟਸ ਨੇ ਇਹ ਵੀ ਕਿਹਾ ਕਿ ਕੁਝ ਸੀਨੀਅਰਸ ਇਹਦੇ 'ਚੋਂ ਦੂਜੇ ਏਰੀਆ ਤੋਂ ਆਉਂਦੇ ਹੈ, ਇੱਥੇ ਰਹਿਣ ਵਾਲੇ ਅਗਰ ਹੋਣ ਤੇ ਆਪਣੇ ਘਰ 'ਚ ਟਾਇਲਟ ਯੂਜ਼ ਕਰਨ। ਲੇਕਿਨ ਸੀਨੀਅਰਸ ਨੇ ਕਿਹਾ ਹੈ ਚਾਹੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਦੂਜੇ ਏਰੀਆ ਤੋਂ ਆਉਂਦੇ ਹਾਂ, ਫਿਰ ਕੀ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ, ਅਸੀਂ ਆਪਣੇ ਦੋਸਤਾਂ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਇੱਥੇ ਗੱਪਸ਼ਪ ਮਾਰਦੇ ਹਾਂ, ਸਾਨੂੰ ਇੱਥੇ ਟਾਇਲਟ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ। ਸੋ ਕੀ ਡਿਸੀਜਨ ਲੈਂਦੀ ਹੈ ਸਿਟੀ ਇਹਦੇ ਉੱਪਰ, ਔਰ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਪਾਇਲਟ ਪ੍ਰੋਜੈਕਟ ਚਲਾਇਆ ਕਿ ਦੂਜੇ ਪਾਰਕਾਂ 'ਚ ਵੀ ਇੱਦਾਂ ਦੇ ਇਸ਼ੂ ਹੈਗੇ ਕਿ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੈਗੇ, ਡਾਟਾ ਵੀ ਸ਼ੇਅਰ ਕਰਨ, ਔਰ ਅਗਰ ਫੈਸਿਲਿਟੀ ਸੀਨੀਅਰਸ ਨੂੰ ਚਾਹੀਦੀ ਹੈ ਤਾਂ ਦੇਣ, ਅਗਰ ਰੈਜ਼ੀਡੈਂਟਸ ਦਾ ਕੋਈ ਇਸ਼ੂ ਹੈ ਤਾਂ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਵੀ ਰਿਜ਼ੋਲਵ ਕਰਨ। ਸੋ ਅਗਲੇ ਸਮਰ ਤੱਕ ਆ ਟਾਲਤਾ ਗਿਆ, ਲੇਕਿਨ ਇਸ਼ੂ ਇੱਕ ਮਸਲਾ ਹੈਗਾ ਪਾਰਕਾਂ ਦੇ ਅੰਦਰ ਪੋਰਟੇਬਲ ਟਾਇਲਟਸ ਦਾ, ਉਹਨੂੰ ਸਿਟੀ ਕਿੱਦਾਂ ਹੈਂਡਲ ਕਰੂਗੀ ਅਸੀਂ ਅਗਲੇ ਸਮਰ 'ਚ ਦੇਖਾਂਗੇ। ਅੱਜ ਦੇ ਡਿਸੀਜਨ 'ਚ ਹੱਲੇ ਆ ਹੋਇਆ ਕਿ ਆਉਣ ਵਾਲੇ ਮਹੀਨਿਆਂ 'ਚ ਹੱਲੇ ਟਾਇਲਟ ਇੱਥੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਰੱਖਿਆ ਜਾਏਗਾ, ਲੇਕਿਨ ਅਗਲੇ ਸਮਰ ਤੋਂ ਪਹਿਲੇ ਕੋਈ ਨਾ ਕੋਈ ਪਲਾਨ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਸਿਟੀ ਆਏਗੀ ਔਰ ਰੈਜ਼ੀਡੈਂਟਸ ਵੀ ਆਪਣਾ ਕੋਈ ਨਾ ਕੋਈ ਪਲਾਨ ਸਬਮਿਟ ਕਰੂਗੇ।